This is a video for our for your assistance in navigating through the desired results developmental profile, also known as DRDP Tech, for entering in your assessments for your children. The first screen here is the main screen to log in. Make sure that you're at drdptech.org. It should look just like this here. For Spanish speaking, you can also click on this button and everything will be in Spanish for you. You'll have your username and a password either assigned to you or sent via email. Go ahead and log in. And this is your main screen. It's also called the home screen. From this screen you can navigate to all the different important areas. Most of the time you'll be dealing with input DRDP ratings and sometimes with the classes and children and child reports and group reports. Also, when you're in any other screen, over on the left side you'll see that there is a menu here, each with the blue lettering. The blue lettering means it's a link, so you can click on it and go to any of the submenus that you would like to. If you want to exit out or move to a different section, you can quickly just jump to another one by clicking on one of these, or you can go to the home, right there where it says home, and that will take you back to the main screen. The most important part to remember when you start is to be sure that you're in the right rating period for entering your child's ratings. Up here it will say rating period and it will give you which one you're in. If you click on the change link, you will see a list and it will show you the start date and end date range. These are the dates that correspond to the assessment date, the date that you did the assessment. So your assessment date should fall between these two dates, and that determines the rating period. When you select your rating period, you'll select the radio button, this little button right here, and go down below and click on the select rating period. Once this part pops up, then you are set for your new rating period and you'll see it updated in the right corner. Now you can just jump to whatever menu you would like to do. In this case, we're going to enter in a rating for a child. So we'll go into Input DRDP Ratings. When you click on that link, you'll see a submenu here. For ease of entering, we're going to go to Rating Record Review. Once in, you'll have a list of all the children in your classroom. Of course, this is a long list. And those that have not been yet entered and completed, you'll see a white line. And you'll notice that here in these little numbers where it's blue, you'll see 0 out of 5, 0 out of 10, and such. What you will do is go to the first rating here where it says 0 out of 7 and click on the blue linked numbers. And that will take you to the first domain. In this screen, this is where you enter in your ratings. You'll notice that up here is where you will bubble in effectively using either your finger or a mouse, depending on what kind of device you're using. At the bottom, you can jump to the next domain by clicking on one of the links in the boxes. As well, click on Save before you go to any other part so you can save what you've entered. Important pieces to remember, especially in the preschool tool, is that everything that has an asterisk means it's required. Everything that does not have an asterisk, that means it is not required. In addition, if you have to do emerging or unable to rate, you'll be clicking over on this side. So for instance, with this child, we will do a conditional because they didn't need to do that part, and then we'll enter in ratings for this particular child as such. Please note, if a child is at the maximum of their ratings, so that they're integrating earlier, you will not be able to do emerging. So if a child is beyond integrating, you will select the highest one, and it must be selected. If you make a mistake and you want to have, like, say, hey, this is blank, You can unable to rate twice, and that will clear it out. So you click on save, and then you can go to the next one, and such you can just keep entering in every rating for each child. Once you've completed entering in all of the ratings, then you're going to need to double check your work and lock the rating. To double check your work, we suggest you go to Review Ratings. Over here on the left it says Review Ratings. If you click on that link, it'll take you to the page, and you can always go through a list of children in your classroom by clicking on Previous Child and First Child, or Next Child and Last Child as a way of navigating through each child. And you'll see that the ratings here will have an asterisk for where you've entered in, and you can compare this to your documents to make sure you've captured everything correctly. Once you're sure that you've entered everything correctly, we're going to be doing the lock ratings. On the left here, you'll see lock ratings. You'll click on that link. And that will take you to the list of children. You'll notice on the right there is a number of different messages according to the status. Ready to be locked means that everything is complete and you can lock the rating, and you'll see a little checkbox right here that you're allowed to able to do that. If you see a note that says incomplete child info, that means there's items in the child's information that still need to be completed. You can send an email to me, stuart.orlinsky@cdrv.org. Please make sure to put the child's first name, last name, classroom, and site, and I will fix that issue. If you see incomplete ratings, that means that one of the asterisked ratings was not completed. You'll need to go back to rating record review and go through each domain until you find the rating that was not filled in that should have been filled in. Once everything's complete, you have ready to be locked. You'll select the child or children that you're going to be locking, and you click on Lock Child Rating. A new screen will pop up to say, hey, are you sure about this? And you can always click on the number here, and that will show you which child or children that are being selected to make sure that you've gotten all the correct ones. You'll click on yes. And the new screen will show us saying you've successfully locked that child's rating. Once you've locked all of your children's ratings, you'll be ready to start printing reports. The DRDP website typically takes anywhere from 15 minutes to 2 hours for it to process for reports. So if you try to go to reports right now, you won't be able to run anything. It will most likely say it's in process if you look up that specific child. If for any reason that you've made a mistake and you need to correct it, after you've locked it, you can unlock ratings depending on what kind of security rights you have. Most site supervisors and family child care providers will have access to be able to unlock. It's basically the same as lock. You find your child, then you click on the selection, unlock, and it will take you through the same steps as locking a child's record.